everybody, this is Tarot Rani, and in today's episode we're gonna look out for the first card from the Major Arcana, the meaning of the card, the numerological influence and the picture of the card. And people who don't know what I'm talking about, go back to my previous video, Introduction on Tarot, and check it out. In the later part of the video, we're going to look out for 5 alphabets. For example, if your name starts from A, how is your name suitable to your life and personality? So we have alphabets starting from A to Z, which is number 1 to 26. Today we are going to look out for 5 cards because in Major Arcana we have 22 cards. In each episode, we will be looking out for one alphabet attached to that number and the card. We will close on the episode with our beloved traditional auntie. The first card of the Major Arcana is the card Fool. The number here is written 0, which means it is the beginning and it is the end. The Fool, if we look at the card, we'll see at the picture now, we will look what the picture is speaking. So the picture shows here a man, or rather a very young boy, traveling with a bag on his shoulder. It's full of his possessions, or rather experiences he had in life. There's a dog who is kind of warning him of the danger ahead, but his head is held too high to see the danger, or rather he is very comfortable taking that risk. This shows innocence. This shows a new path, a blank slate, a beginning. It shows that the person is comfortable taking that risk. He is all ready to travel to the new journey of his life, and he has accepted the fact that there will be dangers ahead. The sun on the top tells you that there's always hope, there's always rays which will guide you throughout your path. It shows no commitment, a carefree person, a person who is ready to take the leap, and so on. If this card comes into a reading where the relationship aspect or the career aspect is looked into, the relationship of this particular person, or this particular card says that this person is a carefree person. He is not looking forward to commitments, but this relationship will be satisfying. When it comes to career, the career will be short-lived, but again it will be a very happy career, a very new beginning which will create a base for future opportunities. Now let's look at the numerological aspect of the Fool. The number given on the card is 0. So people born under 10th, 20th or 30th of any month, the Fool will be a very big guiding factor in your life. Your life will be full of ups and downs, but with amazing experiences. You have to guard yourself from impulsive and reckless actions. When it comes to commitments, you will most likely not get into it. You will like to enjoy short-term relationships, short-term career. When we talk about people who have an influence of the Fool, it will always guide you about the risk coming in life. You just have to be a little cautious. About the personal nature of people with the number 0 in their birth dates, they're highly sensitive, they're very spiritual in nature. Today we are going to talk about 5 alphabets in this particular video. The first alphabet we are going to look into is the alphabet V. So the V individual, or if your name or your friend's name starts with V, this is what is likely to be the nature or the personal journey of this particular person. When it comes to V, the V individuals, they're very handy. So they are ready to help wherever and whenever they are. They're very loving and they're very caring. They will never get loss of words. When it comes to their relationships, they tend to get possessive in nature. They're very good at gossip and matchmaking. So if you're friends with V, you're very lucky. They are completioners in their projects. They will not rest till they finish the work. So enjoy your V's. The second alphabet we will look today is the alphabet W. So if your name starts with W, you fall into the W individual. These individuals are very affectionate in nature. They are great lovers. They keep their secrets very guarded and close to their heart. So it might look that they are very protective and they are loners, but then they're not. If you're friends with them, once you know them, they're great to be with. They're very outspoken. They always speak their mind, but then they like their personal space. They're happy-go-lucky people and they're quite silent. There you goes W's. The third alphabet we're gonna talk about is the alphabet X. So if your name starts with X, you're an X individual. These people like comfort above everything. They're more into pleasure and joy and celebrating things. They do not like to be tied down into a commitment, but yes, they like the idea of a relationship. They manage to flirt with the opposite sex really well. They're outspoken and happy in nature. At times, they tend to get a little bit swayed away into a relationship and tend to cheat. This is all about you X's. The next alphabet we're going to talk about is the alphabet Y. So if your name starts with a Y, it symbolizes independence and freedom. These people are business people who are ready to take the risk. They're very status conscious and they have a very little patience for money related issues. They inspire others very quickly. They're very high flying and are not easily satisfied. Here you go all the Y's. The last and the final alphabet today we are going to talk about in this episode is the alphabet Z. So if Z stands in the first place of your name, you're a Z individual. Zs are usually very optimistic in nature. They make great confidants and they make great counselors because they have a deep understanding about other people. They're ready to take risk in love rather than other people who fall into other categories of the alphabets. They're very committed person and when they come into a relationship, even if it is friendship, they stick like a glue. They always like to be surrounded with people as a security. Here you goes all these Zs. Now let's go ahead and meet our traditional auntie. Beta Taro Rani, auntie uncle ko namaste karo. Auntie was a terror at home, but when I look back to my childhood, whatever auntie spoke still stands true, scientifically as well as traditionally. So traditionally in our culture, joining both the hands or the palms together and saying namaskar is a sign of respect. But when you look to the scientific fact of it, it is more towards your pressure points. You have pressure points on the tip of your fingers for ears, eyes, your brain and your memory. When somebody comes in front of you and you are saying namaskar, you're pressing the points together, which helps you to remember the person very clearly for a longer time. And you're not using any contact with that person physically, so no germs, you're sanitizer free. That's all for today. We have seen the card The Fool, the first card from the Major Arcana. We have seen the number 0 and its influence on your birth dates. We have seen alphabets today. We've also met my traditional auntie. Do follow me on Facebook, like this video, share this video, subscribe this video, and do comment below did you like my video and your suggestions on the same.